As they come off turn number 4, green flag is out, and we are underway. Down into turn number 1, the 05 of Freeman trying to stake his claim on the lead as they go down the backstretch. The former quarter midget driver pulling away. Melania running in that second spot. She ran a SK Light last Thursday here, getting her feet wet in that division, but right now she sits third, trying to hold off the rest of the field as Jacob Burns, 4 wins on the season, has whistled his way into the second spot and quickly tries to attack Freeman as they bounce their way off the corner. Running in third, it is Zach Martinez in the 14Z. Then we have Riley Paul has made his way up to 4th. Melania runs 5th. Brandon Martinez is 6th. Dylan Cody 7th. Wade Emke 8th. Forster and Anderson rounding out the rest of the field, and a change at the front. It is Jacob Burns once again moving to the top of the pack. Freeman trying to track him down. Still a long way to go in this one. 3 in, 22 to go. And a little trouble as cars stacked together. And it looks like trouble for the coach, the 08 of Martinez. That car underpowered and malnourished as it comes off turn number 4, and it may not make it to the safety road. And it looks like it will come to a stop in turn 4, requiring a yellow flag out there. And we do have one other driver pulling off. That could be the 65 of Wade Emke. We'll see. Green on the track, and a slide by Freeman costs him in a battle for the lead. Zach Martinez swoops right in to take the second spot away. Then the battle between 2 quarter midget drivers. Dylan Freeman on the outside, Riley Paul on the inside in the 91. Shalaski sits in the 5th spot as the Bumblebees make their way down off turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. But the best battle on the track is Freeman trying to hold off his pal, Riley Paul. They come together. Freeman sliding up and getting the back bumper into the wall. For 1, Melania Shalaski and Brandon Martinez. As we get back to action off turn number 4, once again, we need you to go back to your seats and green flag racing as they go down into turn number 1. And Jacob Burns power bombs his way down the backstretch and into the lead. Martinez is in that second spot, and then it is Brandon Martinez and the coach making up the top 3 as they whirly-bird their way off turn number 4. Melania Shalaski sitting in the 4th spot, and then it is the side-by-side duel behind them between Dylan Cody and Adam Forster making up position number 5. They single file their way off the corner and into turn number 1. Jacob Burns leading the way by 0.4 of a second as they go down, and they are single file whistling their way into turns 3 and 4. Burns looking to score win number 5 on the season. Zach Martinez, and then it looks to be the 08 of Brandon Martinez, who sits in that 3rd spot as the field makes their way around the track single file. They go down the backstretch. A healthy lead from Burns and Martinez. Then back to Brandon. Melania Shalaski with one of her best runs of the season sits in that 4th spot, but she may be paid a visit very quickly by the 91 of Riley Paul. Paul, you remember, was sent to the rear of the field for contact when that contact with Dylan Freeman off turn number 3. And right now he is pestering the back bumper of Melania Shalaski as they cross the line and go down into turn number 1. Once again, Paul tries to knife his way underneath the 99, goes into the 4th spot, and next on his list will be the 08 of Brandon Martinez. Jacob Burns in his own zip code at the front by about a 10 car length advantage as they are under the scoreboard, and they'll get the popsicle, they'll get the crossed flags this time by as we're at the halfway point. Martinez now starts to feel the heat from the 91 of Paul as Paul starts to make his way back up through the pack. And if Brandon Martinez looks in his rearview mirror, he is going to see the smiling face of Riley Paul as Paul steps out of line, looks to dive bomb his way down into turn number 1 and grab a podium run. Paul will do so, and while Martinez is up there, Melania Shalaski tried to sneak in, see if she could grab fourth away from the 08 of Martinez. Down to the final 10 laps, and if Zach Martinez is going to do anything, he is going to have to pick up the pace on Jacob Burns, because Burns right now is the fastest car on the track. Burns, who's had success at Seekonk, success here at the Bowl, looking to continue that success as they streak down the backstretch and into turn number 3. We'll look to see how the battle for fourth shapes up, where Melania is once again beginning to pressure Brandon Martinez and will try to grab that spot away as they're down into turns 1 and 2. If Martinez goes up the banking just a little bit, that will allow Melania a run down low to try to grab that fourth spot, but nobody has any answers right now for Jacob Burns. Zach Martinez in the second spot, and then Riley Paul has worked his way all the way back to the third position. And that best battle on the track continues to be the one between Brandon Martinez and Melania Shalaski, as she is continuing to try to work over that coach-bodied 08. And she is close enough to perhaps make a move going into turn 3. It looked like she was going to be able to get a run in, but Martinez was able to hold her off for now. Once again, she'll step out of line in turns 1 and 2. Jacob Burns, 4 laps away from win number 5 on the season, and this will vault him up in the point standings when we go to work next week. Zach Martinez in that second spot, Riley Paul making up the top 3. But the battle is on for fourth. Brandon Martinez doing all he can to hold off Melania Shalaski in the closing stages of this race. Once again, Melania attacks down low, but enough power for Martinez to hold her off. Twirling twos, this time by from Craig Merriman, and it is Jacob Burns on Easy Street as he heads down the backstretch. Martinez third, Martinez second, Paul is third, and Brandon Martinez still has his hands full with Melania Shalaski. White flag lap one more time around for Jacob Rowdy Burns to score the win. He'll go under the scoreboard for the final time and into turn number 3. Picking up feature event win number 5 on the season will be the 40 of Jacob Burns. Finishing in second is Zach Martinez. Riley Paul rounds out our podium. Brandon Martinez is 4th. Melania Shalaski 5th. Dylan Cody 6th. Adam Forster was 7th. Tyler Anderson 8th, and unable to make the finish. His 4th win in less than a week. Jacob Rowdy Burns. And Jacob, looked like you had the 40 hooked up tonight.
Oh yeah, we definitely have something here. I mean, we definitely have the fastest cars over here at New Underwater for Speed Bowl. Without Nick Lascola, it wouldn't be possible.
Now, how were you able to pull out? You got the lead early and then just drove away from the rest of the field.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something in this setup that nobody else has. So, you know, it's just you know, really easy to beat people with this setup here.
Other than Nick Lascola, is there anyone else you need to say thank you
to? Huge thanks to Sporties. They do all of our Imperial and everything like that. Huge thanks to my spotter, Bradley Strickland, and all the fans that came out tonight.